Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new Maximum Ink Music Magazine video podcast. I'm Teri Barr, your host, and I am so happy to have joining me Cody James, musician, songwriter, and instrumentalist extraordinaire. Cody, thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you, Terry. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Oh, we are happy to have you here too. And I'm really happy to let everybody know you have some new music coming out. And I think we're going to hear a little bit about it first, right here. What have you been working on?
Yeah, so I released a single last week on the 15th of October. It's a song that I put together. I played the drums and I played bass and I recorded it and everything right here in my home studio. And it's actually a song that I've had for quite a while. And I'm just happy to get it out there. And I think us artists can kind of get caught up going back and forth on so many crazy, little details and whatnot. And I finally got to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna put this out and we're gonna move on and keep this thing going.
Wow. Okay. So one's out. What happens next?
I'm dropping an EP on November 19th,
Yay.
which is going to
Awesome.
feature more songs. And it's called Bridge the Gap. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of bridging my past from where I came from to where I'm going. And these songs, like I like kind of like the first one that I mentioned, are actually a little bit older.
Yeah.
I wrote these songs in 2018 and I actually recorded them already and wasn't really happy with it, so I kind of started over. And so it's been quite the process, and I'm really excited to get these things out.
Now, is this your first actual EP that you're putting out
Yeah, this will be my
solo,
first
basically?
solo. Yep. So
Wow.
yeah. So I've
Okay.
been solo since 2019 or 2018, and yeah, this is my first official release. So
This
I'm
has
really
gotta
excited.
yeah, and feel like quite an accomplishment at this point.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Very good. You're talking about kind of the idea of where your songs come from, and I know you've done things for other people, music wise, where you've pitched in and played fundraisers and things like that. But it always seems to me that you are one of the positive forces trying to make people feel good about what's going on in the world. Do you
Yeah.
put that in your music too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The single "Everything in Me," which came out on the 15th, is all about kind of going inside and finding out kind of who you are.
Mm.
When I wrote the song, I was in a really kind of strange time in my life where I was quitting the band I was in for over 8 years, and I was, pretty depressed, and it was a tough time for my marriage and things like that. And looking back, it was all just like this big transitional period I was in. And so I like to, kind of offer a shoulder for people who maybe are feeling the same thing, or, who may be kind of down and out in other ways, or, and life is truly what we make it. So I really believe that if we have, a good outlook and we have, good support from others, that, we can really make a difference.
Boy, are you right on. And, the music just really kind of hits you right in the heart and the soul. And I've said through the whole last 2 years, too, that music can be really good medicine for people as well. And I bet you're finding that
Absolutely.
with yours.
Yeah, yeah, it's
That feels
definitely a
so
form of
good.
therapy. For me,
Oh,
absolutely it is, yeah.
well, and for me to listen to it, thank you for that. And I guess on that note, is it okay if we ask you to play a song for us during our
Yeah,
podcast?
absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
Um, so I think I'm gonna play something that's brand new. Okay, that?
Okay.
So this is gonna be on my next batch of songs that I'm doing.
Okay.
And this is kind of the same thing. It's called See the Sights, and it's all about kind of stepping into unknown territory in your life and embracing change, and I'm right there with you kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, this song is called See the Sights.
Okay.
Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. We leave the whole wide world behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see the sights. Oh, you and I. Come with me and take my hand, and we can go. Step into a place and time that we don't know. Get out of this circumstance to the unknown. If you come with me right now, I'll never leave you alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. We can stumble, we may fall, but we will not lose. Level up so we can grow to fill these shoes. Getting by, taking only what we need. Combine the contents of our hearts and we will not bleed. Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. Oh, wide world behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see the sights. Oh, you and I. There's a chance that we lose who we are. But if we make it, we'll be with the stars, stars. Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. Leave the whole wide world behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see other side.
Oh, Cody. Woo!
Yeah, so that one's pretty new. I've got a batch
Oh,
of songs that I've been working on, that I've been writing and stuff, and I'm kind of
yeah.
like recording demos and whatnot of those.
That is fabulous.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, it gives me goosebumps. I love
it's
it.
another step. You know, I've always been kind of like bluesy a little bit, and I'm kind of stepping
Yeah.
away into more of like a pop kind of realm a little
Yeah.
bit, with like some jazzy stuff going on. And yeah, thank you. I'm excited. I like it.
Wow. Well, it gave you an opportunity. Your voice is just amazing to show
Thanks.
off that gorgeous voice
Thank
in a
you.
couple different ways. But then I love nobody puts a guitar solo in a song
Oh,
anymore. And there
uh-huh.
was a guitar solo. And so we could
Yeah.
really see and hear your skills as a guitar player. So wow.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
This helps explain too. You've been asked to do, wow, you've been doing a lot of shows lately. You've been in Iowa, you've been in Illinois, obviously you
Yeah,
play all around Wisconsin, and you were asked to do Mile of Music in Appleton this year.
I
That
was.
had
Yeah.
to be amazing because I know so many people want to play Mile of Music and actually haven't had the chance yet. So good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it was my first year being a part of Mile, and I've always admired it. You know, I love their all original approach. And you know, the people who put it on are so great, and so I was really excited, and it ended up being where I got more shows than I originally had, you know, had initially had, and it's just
Yeah.
like this totally cool like community. And yeah, it was super cool.
Oh, I'm so
I had a
glad to
great
hear
time.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be watching your website, and I want to make sure I get that out there and any other ways that we can stay in touch with you
Yeah.
to watch for future shows. What are the best
Yeah.
ways to find you?
So my website is officialcodyjames.com. I post music, and I've got all my upcoming shows there. You can find me on Facebook. Well, it's at Real Cody James. I'm always posting stuff. I posted a really funny video today. Me and my 3-year-old daughter. I was practicing a new song, and she come up and started singing with me. And so
I
you
wanted to
see,
ask you about that.
yeah, yeah. So you see, I post a lot of stuff with my kids and music and my schedule and stuff like that. So yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
It's Real Cody James. Those are the best ways. Yeah.
Awesome. So what inspired you to do a song today with her, or did she just kind of appear and was like, I'm gonna just sing along?
Yeah, she just kind of appears. So when I'm a full-time musician now, and
Yes.
so I'm down here in my
Congratulations.
studio. Thank you. It's about time, honestly. It's been a long time coming. So I'm down here in my studio. You know, my 5-year-old is in kindergarten, so she's at school,
Mhm.
and my Dakota, this 3-year-old, would be out in the. We have a nice little area down here in the
Yeah.
basement for them to hang out. So she'll just be hanging out, and she'll come in and, you know, whenever she wants, and but she'll do whatever she does. She likes. I got a drum set up, so she likes to make noise on that sometimes. And yeah, if I'm singing a song, a lot of times she'll come in and just kind of start singing, and you know, so it was pretty cool. It was our first duet. So
Oh, it's so good. And we could all say, yes, take a look at this initial duet. Again, it's on your Facebook page, so everybody
yeah,
should check it out. It's
yeah.
it's super cute. She is just a doll
Oh,
too.
she
Oh,
knows it. She knows it.
uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. Well, I always blame the dads for that. So
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
don't think
I'll
that's a bad thing.
no, I'll take full responsibility.
That's awesome. Okay, so here's the time where I kind of like to dive into I call it, these top 10 questions with Terry. Are you ready for these?
Let's do it.
This will be a chance for everybody to get to know you a little bit more too, which I think is super fun. Okay,
Cool.
where are you based as a musician? What's home?
I'm in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, born and raised.
Yeah.
I've been here. I've lived a couple other places
Mhm.
in my life intermittently. I actually lived in Madison for a while.
Okay.
But I am from Oshkosh.
Nice. And I went to college in Oshkosh, so
Oh, cool.
I
Yeah.
appreciate Oshkosh.
It's
Good
like little
music
Madison,
scene.
honestly.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, oh, where do you usually travel? I might have given this away because we talked about you pretty much travel everywhere, but what are some of your
Yeah.
favorite places to travel to play?
So, well, before COVID, I was going all over the place. I think my last shows before COVID happened was Omaha, Nebraska, and then
Mm,
Cedar Falls, Iowa.
those are
And
great places to play too.
yeah, I had been to
Oh,
Omaha a
yeah.
couple of times, and that's a really cool city. I have some friends out there and stuff. I always love Chicago. I was just in Chicago this last weekend, and I just love it down there. I have a bunch of friends, and just the city is cool, and there's so much music. It's unbelievable, and just
Mm,
art in general, and
inspiring.
it is, yeah, yeah. So I love Chicago. Iowa City is actually a really cool town. It's a little college town, and it's got tons of cool stuff to do and a really nice downtown area. I was there
Nice.
over the summer, and I mean, the Twin Cities are always really fun. And I was in Madison not too long ago, and I always love getting back down to Madison. And yeah,
We want you back here soon. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm planning on early 2022. 2022. I'll be
Excellent.
coming back for sure.
Oh, and we'll let people know about it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Solo or a band? I think we now know that answer too.
Solo right now, but I'm actually in the process of putting a band together. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. For
Yep.
doing a longer maybe tour of some sort?
Yeah, maybe, or just stuff around here, whatever it calls for. I've gotten offers from venues and stuff who wanted me to play, but they were looking for a full band, so I think it would be good just to have the option. And to be honest, I miss playing with people. I had been in bands forever
Yeah.
before going solo, and now I've been just by myself for almost 3 years now, and I love it. It's great. But I do miss kind of the camaraderie and the whole community aspect that way.
Yeah,
So
it is cool.
soon it will be both solo
Okay.
and band.
Ooh, that gives you good options too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you've been playing for a really long time. When did you start as a musician? When would you say you first picked up guitar or played piano or whatever it was that you were into?
I got my very first guitar when I was 7 years old. It was
7?
just for my dad. Yeah. 7. Yes, I'm 32 now.
Wow.
So I've been playing pretty much consistently the entire time. I taught myself how to play bass and how to play drums as well, and I'm kind of learning keyboard and stuff too. I started playing live. My very first show was when I was 14, and it was
That's amazing.
it was like crazy punk stuff. I remember being really nervous because I was singing for the first time, and I was going to be swearing in front of my parents
Ooh,
for the first time, and
how'd
I was
that
really
go?
nervous about that. They've always been really supportive. They've always just loved the fact that I have this cool like musical outlet type thing. So they've been there every step of the way,
Oh,
100%.
that's awesome.
So yeah, I've been playing live since 14 and playing guitar since 7.
Wow. So what's your favorite kind of music, or is it what you're doing right now? Is this what you're
Oh,
enjoying?
my favorite kind of music.
Yeah, because you're kind of all over, which is pretty cool.
I I I love so much.
Yeah.
I love blues, and I love jazz, and I love rock and roll and punk. I think that's kind of where my heart will always be.
Yeah.
Um, but then I love soul and R&B, and I love pop. Um, I had someone ask me recently what a favorite current artist of mine is, and I really
Mm.
couldn't answer it because there are different things I love
Hmm.
about the things that I'm listening to now, and it's always changing. I'm always finding something new and
Yeah.
interesting to listen to. Um, I would say baseline though, probably rock and roll
Yeah.
if I had
Yeah.
to choose.
I noticed for Mile of Music, they did call you kind of a rock, indie rocker.
Yeah,
And I can hear that in your song, but you've got a lot of things put into the song you just played for
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like a lot of textured kind of like jazz chords,
Oh,
but in a kind of a pop rock sense,
yeah.
and blues in there too, and
That's awesome.
who knows what
Okay.
else.
More questions for you. Okay. You are a full-time musician now. You were
Yeah.
not too long
Oh,
ago, but you took
right.
that step.
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
it's such a good feeling, and I feel like I should have done it a long time ago.
Mm.
because now that I can actually really focus, my time and my energy full time on this, I mean, it's just been accelerating like crazy,
Oh, that's
whereas,
great.
working a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and then, I have family and stuff, so we have dinner, and I'd be
Mhm.
lucky if I would get, an hour or 2 hours each night. I value sleep. That's one thing that I'm not really willing to sacrifice, because if I don't get sleep, I'm garbage the next day, and that's not,
Oh, I
you know.
get that. I really
So
do. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
so I
Yeah.
mean, I was, putting an hour or two a day into my passion in life,
Yeah.
and I think I did pretty good with that. But now that, like I said, now that I put a solid 6 to 8, whatever, every day, yeah. I mean,
Well, now I can't
it's
wait to see
amazing.
what happens.
Yeah, it's been about a month now, and
Yeah.
it's been really, really great.
Oh, good. I'm so
Kudos to
glad to
my
hear
wife.
that.
Kudos to my wife for supporting
Oh,
me and believing in me, and yeah, I mean, I've got 2
yes.
kids and we have a mortgage and stuff, and so, yeah, it's been
Good
good.
partner.
Indeed,
Yeah.
yeah, she
Oh,
really is.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Wow. Let's see. If you could have a superhero power, what would it be? Or what do you think it is right now?
I think a superhero power that, I mean, aside from something crazy like being invisible or like flying,
Yeah, that's okay.
like I think like flying would be really cool, but I think like the most important thing is to like help other people realize their light,
Mm,
and kind of like recognize how beautiful they are, because like it's there's so many of us, and I'm the same way, where you're doubting everything and you don't believe in yourself, and I think that's like really dangerous.
yeah.
I feel like that holds a lot of people back from living their best lives, which in turn uh s- kind of hinders the world from being as good as it can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Wow.
so I want to say something fun like flying,
Okay,
but
that's okay too.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
take
I
them
think
together.
honestly, let you help how great they are.
Okay. Let's do this one. What is the maybe funniest thing that's happened to you either recently or during a show?
The funniest thing. So we played. Are you familiar with Droids Attack?
Oh,
Sure you are.
absolutely.
Brad, yeah. So
Mhm.
so with my old band, we played his Destroy All Christmas event that he does. It was like right around Christmas time. He would have like a festival of like 10 bands or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we would have to bring gifts to throw out to the crowd. And I think we were throwing out like toilet paper and oh gosh, I don't even know.
Well, as we found out, that's important these days.
It is. Yeah, but see, that was
In
before all
recent
this stuff
time.
happened,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
Um,
People
gosh,
were
I don't
probably
know.
diving for it too.
Yeah, yeah. And it was just
Oh
like horrible
my.
toilet paper, just really bad.
Oh, that's so funny. Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
love
like
that.
that. I like you
Yeah.
don't even have to dig for another one. That's just a really fun. I have a good picture in my head of what that was looking like too. So I do want to ask you now about a favorite song to play, but can I ask you, because you have so many great originals, do you still have a favorite cover that you like to play every now and then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I really like to play "Come Together" by the Beatles.
Oh, wow.
I like that song. I love to play. I just learned "Walk on the Wild Side" by Lou Reed,
Oh, I can hear you singing that.
and that's really fun. And I like "Riders on the Storm" by the Doors.
You have
You know,
an
I used
old
to play.
soul, man. You have
I
an
used to
old
play
soul.
Beth. I used to do Beth by Kiss. I
What?
I used to do that. I haven't
What
done that in a
used
long
to?
time.
No,
I
we need
haven't
to
done it in
get
a long
that back in
time.
your
I
repertoire.
should. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
You know, when if you play that when I'm at your show, I will be right up front screaming. So,
I definitely next time I come to Madison, I'm gonna
okay.
play that song. So
Oh, game on, sir. Everybody heard it right here. Now you have to do it. I love
I have to.
that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What do you think about when you're behind the wheel on your way to a show? Does your mind wander and you start thinking about all kinds of things, or are you really specifically thinking about the show?
When I'm headed to the show, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
very focused on the show.
Cool. Cool.
Um, I do meditating and I do yoga and stuff like that a lot.
Oh,
And so I'm very like, I like to visualize and kind of like manifest, kind of thing, actively
mhm.
manifest and be very kind of intentional. So before the show, yeah, I'm just like, my voice is already warmed up and I'm just kind of running through my set, visualizing how it's going to go,
Yeah.
how I'm going to feel, um, it's funny when I started doing that, I've been doing that for a while. It made a big difference, when you kind of prime yourself and kind of prepare yourself and visualize how something's going to go, it's
Yeah.
pretty much going to go that way. And it can be good or bad, it can go either way.
Well, the
Um,
power of the mind, right?
yeah, yeah, right. So yeah, I do that. On the way home, I'm just kind of like chilling. I usually actually my car's kind of loud. I'll put earplugs in when I drive home. It's kind of loud. It's usually at night, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever.
Give yourself a
Um,
break. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Wow. Okay, final question. What is something surprising about you? Something that most people may not know about you? And I don't even care what it is, if it's a food or something you can do or anything like that. What would surprise people?
Um, gosh, what would surprise people? I can do this weird thing with my eyeballs
Oh
where
no.
it's like they tense up really hard, like they like shiver really fast or like quiver.
Oh,
I
that's
can
kind
do
of
that.
scary.
Yeah, I've always just been able to do that ever since I was a kid. I've never
Wow.
met anyone else that can do it.
Well, see, that's kind of a special surprise.
I was also born on Mother's Day. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's really sweet. So your eyeballs and you were born on Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Cody James, everybody. Anything else you want to share with us, Cody, before we let you go?
Uh, November 19th, dropping my debut EP called Bridge the Gap. You can find me on any social, but I really focus on Instagram and Facebook, and that's at Real Cody James. Um, and thank you. Thanks, Terry.
Oh
Thanks
my
for Maximum
gosh.
Inc. and all the listeners. And yeah, this is really great.
Thank you. And everybody, a big hand for Cody James. New music coming out, and then he's going to be hitting the road. Can't
That's
wait
right.
for it, Cody. Thank you so much for your time tonight, and can't wait to see you out on the stage again really soon.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
goodbye, everybody, and
Bye
thanks again,
bye.
Cody.
Bye bye.
Bye.